Good morning and welcome to Joe's Astrology. If I look like I just woke up, that's because I did just wake up. And I wanted to get this in because I started thinking about Scorpio. We're in the fourth day into Scorpio season, and I was thinking, which sign do I want to talk about? And then I got to Scorpio, and then of course, this is the sign I want to talk about. The thoughts started pouring in, the ideas started pouring in. And Scorpio is interesting because I've talked about this before and how Scorpio is merging. And if you go around the wheel, you get to Libra, you have relationships and partnerships, relating to other people, you know, talking to this person, talking to that person. You think of Libra as the flirting with a bunch of people, getting to know different people. Who do you like? Who don't you like? You think of that axis of Libra and Aries. Who do you like? Who don't you like? Uh, it's very playful. It's very youthful. And then before that, you have Leo, right? Leo's very playful. Another flirty sign. Very having romantic encounters. Again, who do you want? Who do you want to spend your time with in this manner? Who don't you want to spend your time with? The axis of Leo and Aquarius. And then you get to Scorpio, and it comes to who do you want to merge with? And it's not just in romantic relationships. It can be any type of business partnerships as well. When you're buying and selling, playing around with business, who do you want to merge with? Say you had a business, you have a business, you're buying and selling, you've been buying and selling for a while, you have a company, and then it comes time where you realize it's very similar to a relationship. You realize from an expansion standpoint, if you want to expand, you have to make a decision. You have to merge, and uh, if you're not really familiar with business, this actually can be a thing, and you think of it in a relation from a relationship standpoint. You're in a relationship or you're in a series of relationships, and you want to expand your life from a standpoint of a family. You want to have a family. You want to have kids. You want to make even from a monetary standpoint. You want to make more money. If you haven't thought about this, and you start thinking about it, you'll realize that for most people's cases, if they want to expand their financial reality, they have to merge with somebody. And usually that comes in the form of a marriage. And for, as I said, for many people, if they don't do it, they will never have this experience. They can't expand in this way by themselves. It's not, if you examine their life, their situation, even over time, it's not possible. So you get to Scorpio, you have this big decision. You think of Scorpio, deep, life changing, transformative, because these are transformative things. And you make that decision. Let's say everything goes well. It can go both ways. It can go well, and you get the Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is joyful. It's jolly. It's happy-go-lucky. It's expansive. It's optimistic. It's good fortune. And this is what we see when families merge. And if you haven't thought about this, even if you think of not just the couple that merges or the two companies that merge, but all that goes with it. You have two companies merge. You have all the employees, all the associations come together. Think about, especially when two companies merge, how powerful that is. Scorpio power. And then even from a marriage standpoint, almost regardless of how big the family is or how fortunate the family is, it's almost, in all cases, is going to become more fortunate. But even just take two normal families where you have really not much has gone on as far as like changes or trauma, and they're just working their normal life, and you have the parents, the brothers, the sisters all coming together, all that support, all of that money coming together, and it's it's massively transformative, and I don't think many people. It might be taboo again, Scorpio, taboo to think this way. But if you think this way and you add up all the resources, you think of all the people as being resources, all the money they possess, and add up. Even if you add up all the money, it oftentimes accumulates into the millions, and that jumps you to Sagittarius, and then the Capricorn. You think this is when you get to Capricorn, and you can actually take responsibility. You actually can have status, because all of the previous signs issues, all of the issues that you've been through, the previous signs, Aries, as I speak on how the wheel goes around, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, all those issues that you've worked through, they're dealt with, and now you get to Capricorn. Now you are emotionally stable. Now you are just stable and earthly in general. You have all of this stuff backing you, and you feel this. You feel this sense of power, and it can give you that managerial feeling that you can take care. You can take care of your community. You can take care of the people around you because you have all this backing you. And this is what occurs in society. And if you don't think so, just analyze it. This is what actually happens. Nobody, for the most part, nobody is in this Capricorn position, this Sagittarius position, without all of the previous signs' resources that they've accumulated over time. So back to Scorpio. And what can happen, or what is happening in society. You think of Scorpio, everyone thinks of Scorpio as being bad, dangerous, mysterious, because it is mysterious and all these things. And all these things can be true, depending on the person's consciousness. But from a normal person's standpoint, meaning normal, a common person's life experience, what usually happens is, if they think in this way, and they handle all these issues, they come to a point where they can merge. Same thing with a company. The company handles all their issues, they work through it, and they get to a point where they can commit, where they can, there's lots of other things, but I'm just focusing more on this merging concept. You could even say where they can transform to a more responsible or a new level and begin to expand Sagittarius. But when you think of a couple or a bunch of people that have, a lot of people have Scorpio issues, and they're thinking and dealing with things that are very immature, and not really thinking about the bigger picture. And once they work through those issues, and you think of psychology too, you get to Scorpio, and you may have to work through your psychology. All these people that lack psychological intelligence, once they get that psychological intelligence and they go through that period, then they're ready to merge, and they can think they can think in this way and put all the baggage behind them. It's not about these psychological games. It's about the bigger picture. It's about what has to be done, I say what has to be done in order to expand. It doesn't have to be done. You have the choice, but in order to expand, what has to be done to get to this next period? And this is, I believe, is the major issue with Scorpio when it comes to a lot of these people. They, it can be complex, but whatever the issue is, it could be something simple. It could be something simple like they don't want to work. You think of a person who, one person is working really hard, the other person's like, I don't want to work that hard. And the Scorpio merging consists of children It consists of, interacting with other people's family, and I don't want to do that. And they can remain in, say, a Libra state, and that's a choice that a person can make. And many people you could say, destiny or the birth chart to remain in that state. They're not even close to this Scorpio position. Uh, they're not even. It's if you ask the question, it's denied immediately whether this is going to happen. Or you think of people that want to remain single, don't want to have kids, etc. And this is how Scorpio. If people that are dealing with Scorpio issues, this can be a reason why they are not moving forward with those issues. But to come back to my main issue, my main point with Scorpio, on a more positive light, the benefits of merging. If you haven't thought about this in Scorpio, from a positive standpoint, are, if you can get rid of all the petty stuff about Scorpio, as I say, get through all those issues of psychology and think of the bigger picture and what the good that people do when they come together and cooperate, commit, merge. It's it truly is amazing. And if you look at society, in an ideal world, overnight the world could change. The world could transform overnight if people had this view, this mature, advanced view of Scorpio.